Yo, 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 everybody. It's your boy Lenny from For Those With Good Taste, joined again by my favorite don't tell Matt, co-host, Young Ange, in the building this week.
Gang, gang, gang. We're never going to call me Young Ange again.
Fair enough. Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's great to have you here on such a joyous occasion.
Joyous occasion. I'm here celebrating my birthday with this clown.
It is Halloween, right? This week we got a jam-packed episode for y'all.
For sure.
We're starting off with a little bit of fight talk where we don't really talk about the fights.
Nope. We got some Waffle House and why your chef should have a rap sheet.
Probably keep the burner out back too, am I right?
On more than one occasion.
And finally, we'll get into what your favorite segment is as well as ours. We're going to be breaking down a million different trailers because, trust me, there is a fucking ton this week.
Yeah, man. It's getting real evil out here.
With that being said, we don't do this through the whole episode, I promise, but if I could ask you for one quick second of your time, could you please like, comment, share, and subscribe on the video. You can also go ahead and give us a follow at For Those With Good Taste on Instagram if you may. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, D, let's hit him with a quick shot.
Hey, man. For the
Salute
game.
to you, my brother.
Thank you.
Salute to you as well on the other side. And we'll see you on the other side of the intro song. Peace.
For those with good taste.
Yo, 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 yo! What is up, party people? No, we're really started. This is live.
This is live.
This is live now. We're in here. Welcome everybody back to another week of FGTW something weekly. Mm-hmm. I probably butchered my own name there we go. Killed it.
Are you even on this podcast? What are you doing?
Yeah. It's first time caller, first time listener.
Yeah.
Welcome, man. Pleasure to have you. Dude.
Thank you. Good to be back in the seat, holding it down for my man Matthew. Yeah, man.
It's always great that I can just give you a call or a text 4 hours before we need to record something and just be like, hey, bro, emergencies come up. Need somebody to fill in real quick. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I'm here for you, man. I got your back. Ready to do it. Ready to drop the hotness.
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
Always.
Right? There we
Always.
Go. Perfect.
Always.
So you been up to anything good, my friend?
No, but starting it off right, Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's a big day, bro.
Tomorrow.
Today.
Now, are you like it is today, actually.
And today.
That's pretty
Today's
dope.
a big day. You saw how I did that? Podcast world.
What sign are you?
I'm a Libra. Libra gang, bang, bang.
So I was watching some shit today that was like, are you an earth sign, a water sign? And I have no idea about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm big in the stars. I'm an air sign.
You're an air sign.
Yeah,
okay.
Air sign. I think if you know me, like you obviously do,
mm-hmm.
I think it's fitting. Like I'm very go with the flow. Been to who I'm with.
Can you
stuff like that. Pause.
Like in a very quick manner, give me a rundown? So there's air, water, earth, and then fire. Okay. Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm fire.
Okay. What's your sign?
Leo.
Yep.
Which makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
But can you quickly just give me a rundown? What are the different? Like, what is that supposed to mean?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I just know.
All right. It sounded like
I just know mine. I just know mine. I don't give a shit about what everybody else has got going on. I care about mine.
What does air mean?
Very go with the flow.
See, like, doesn't that sound like what I like? It's weird that I'm a Leo, right?
Yeah, you really don't come off as such.
Because
in certain capacities.
Because I feel like that's normally a person who's a little bit more fiery, a little bit more like.
Yeah.
I'm just not
stubborn, bullheaded, like stern.
I can be stubborn.
Those parts, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely be stubborn.
Hey, but since you're on here, I don't give a shit about astrology that much on this podcast. This is an astrology podcast.
It could
listen. It's my birthday. We're gonna pour up. All right.
If everybody could just not focus on me for the next like 5 minutes, because we're gonna take a shot here, and I'll probably deal with the worst heartburn. So I'll be relying on D to keep us going here.
Yep. Can't wait.
I'm a clear liquor guy. I don't know.
Clear liquor. Oh shit.
But it wouldn't be an episode with D on here if we weren't drinking a little. As you can see, the table's already a little sloppier than it normally is. Is this chilled? Nah. Did you chill this?
Ooh. Nah, bro. I don't chill shots.
Yuck, dude.
Warm shots.
But in honor of you, man, I'll do just about anything.
Thank you, man.
Pause.
Hey, pause. Yeah. Happy birthday,
my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow, sir. That is delicious.
Yeah, it was. You didn't think so?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Just can't say I enjoyed it.
Warmed you.
It is. I'm already warm. So
Good.
here we
I like
are.
it. Awesome.
Speaking of warm,
Yep.
that's probably the opposite of how Deontay Wilder felt when he was knocked out.
Oh no, he felt warm.
He was knocked out cold as shit.
Them lumps is warm. Them lumps hurt,
that's
bro.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you caught the fight, right?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch it live or did you catch like a replay?
No, I watched it live.
Yeah.
In between, I was at a wedding watching the fight.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Were other people in there like
just
watching?
me, bro.
Really?
They were enjoying the wedding. I'm off in the corner like.
Isn't that
that's crazy.
I hate that shit though. Like, I feel like a big fight should be that thing that like anybody is kind of looking. Isn't that weird? Like,
I also didn't ask a whole lot of folks.
Sure.
I kind of was just like, hey, I'm gonna do it because I also didn't want people to like crowd around.
Yeah,
me to
you didn't
watch
want to take the spotlight off the wedding either.
I wanted to watch the fight. It was for me. If someone came up and they saw I was watching, they would come over, look a little bit, and then go back to the dance floor.
It's just, you know what the thing is for me, and me and Matt obviously talked last week about it not being as publicized as I thought it would be, as people weren't looking forward to it as much as I thought they would be.
Rightfully so.
I think about the 90s though, like Tyson fights, things like that. And I just feel like those were the type of things where you would, if you were at a place that had a bar and there was a TV behind said bar, they would just like, that should be on, like waiting for you to watch.
Like, hate to be technical guy, but like things have changed now. Like, you obviously just can't run certain stuff to a bar anymore.
That's
a bunch
fair.
Of regulations,
That's fair.
Stuff like that. But like growing up for me, like Tyson fights were a spectacle. Like you had the fight party at the crib. It was granted, it was over in 5 seconds, and everybody in my family was tight. You know what I'm saying? Throwing stuff mad that they dropped the $50 on the fight at the time. But like, nah, it's not, especially for heavyweights too. That's the thing.
That's where I found this weird because this is a trilogy fight. It's not like this is the first time they're fighting. This is a trilogy fight. The other two fights have been pretty good.
Yeah.
The first one very competitive. The second one a little less competitive, but still entertaining nonetheless. Yeah. Anything with a guy who has the punching power that Wilder has is always going to have a little bit of tension to it no matter what because the fight can end just like that. Right. This one, it's
Stay
just.
there though. How you felt? What you thought this one was as competitive? How you felt about it?
I thought it was more competitive, and I believe it was a guy I follow, Luke Thomas, who said this, that like what it kind of was is that like Fury was like up here and Wilder was up here after the second fight, and what kind of happened is you saw Fury maybe come down a little, 2 years off, maybe didn't take it as seriously as he should have. Clearly, and you saw Wilder did take it seriously, and although he didn't improve in leaps and bounds, there were definitely some types of changes and improvements. So I think the gap narrowed, allowing this fight to be a little more competitive. The knockdowns, like the drama, it was all there. Like this had everything that a fight should have.
It's a great fight, man.
That's why I was so surprised that there was no buzz, though, because when you talk about heavyweight boxing is iconic forever. The best boxers ever are the guys that were in the heavyweight division. Tyson Fury, I think his stock has grown greatly. And Wilder's an American fighter that is like.
You think his stock has grown greatly since the last Fury fight?
Tyson's fight Tyson has grown, like Tyson Fury has grown since the last one, or Wilder?
Wilder has grown. Sorry,
I don't think Wilder has grown, but I do think that as an American,
like for hype to get behind it, like.
I think that as an American fighter, I'm surprised that there's not more hype. I can speak at least personally for me and why I don't like him that much. I think he's a sore loser. I think he continues to be a sore loser, and I think that always hurts a lot. Like it's always nice to see a guy who loses in fights like that, and they're gracious in defeat because I feel like you come out the other side being loved a lot more for it. Yeah,
it was a little bit tough too. I know me and you talked a little bit off camera about some stuff, but the community kind of was, not behind him as much either for this fight.
But that's why, right? Like, is that a large portion for you?
That's part of it, and the way he got his ass kicked, we just were kind of like,
See, I don't
apprehensive a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't love that. Like, you can know a guy's gonna lose, but I don't like hopping off board because you're like, oh, he lost the fight. Like, dude,
it's not that he lost the fight, Lenny. It's how he lost the fight, which is a little bit of what you're saying, being a sore loser. And in the manner of how he got his ass kicked. Like, it looked bad.
But he did say in the last fight that his corner fucked up and he would have rather gone out on a shield. He'd rather die in the ring. And I think he did prove that to be true this time around. Now, do I think that's a great idea? Do I want to see a guy take years off his career when he's... But, I mean, he's, mid-30s? I think he's not that young anyways. He started kind of late in the whole thing to begin with. I don't want to see this be his last paycheck, but of course it's going to be very difficult for him to ever get back to this point again. Yeah. When you lose to the champion twice, you've had a trilogy, you're not going to get that rematch unless like you jump through hoops for a very long time.
If I'm Tyson Fury, I'm never taking this fight.
No, why would you? Right?
Why?
Because
why?
You've shown there's such a disparity, and even with that disparity, all this guy needs to do is put one good punch on you and you're almost losing your championship.
Question: have you ever gotten into a fight? Real fisticuff?
Yes.
Yeah. How many?
I mean, like really squared up, like only one or two, but like, you know, I've been in a couple, like high school fights are a little different where you get in it, you throw a punch really quick, and then all of a sudden some shit's like broken up.
A fight lasts, a regular fight lasts about 15 seconds.
It feels like it's fucking 12 minutes though. It feels like it's going all day long, bro. But no, I can only think of like two that come to mind as like legitimate like fights, and it was really when I used to work on the booze cruise doing like security, like shit.
People was wilding.
Shit would happen on there that was like a little different. That I grew up a lot doing that, you know, because I started that when I was like 16, 17 years old, dealing with like grown adults drunk on a boat. So I did a lot of growing there. But like I don't know, I've always been one to. I enjoy fighting, but I enjoy like the sport of it. You know, like I watch it methodically and like break it down. Like I'm not there for the violence is part of it, but like that's not what draws me to it. So I've always been somebody who kind of avoids that, I guess.
Okay, just wondering.
There was no follow up?
No, just follow. I just want
Okay.
You're a gentle giant kind of guy. That never,
like
you ever in a squabble or two.
I'm definitely a person where the fight, and most of the fights I got into in my like regular life, not on the boat, would have been things that were my friends were in fights.
It was never your beef.
Exactly.
Nah, complete opposite.
Really?
No,
they were jumping in for you.
Nope. It was me starting the fight every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I talk shit. But the thing is, right, how I grew up was if you're going to talk that shit, you have to be able to back it up. So for me, if I'm talking shit, I have every intention of if this goes left, I'm fully prepared for this to go left. Because it's just a certain level where the talking shit is going to get too much. And once it gets to that point, it's only one place to go. It's either we're not going to fight or we're going to fight. And this is what it is. I haven't had a fight in years. Like I'm grown. I'm trying to avoid fights, but like, you know, back when it was that at that point, like it, you know, it just is what it is.
You just reminded me of a funny time for me. So this has got to be like 5 years ago. I'm outside of a bar in like Faneuil, that area, right?
Okay. I know what time it is.
Bar lets out at like 1:30.
Yeah. Terrible time for
feeling yourself a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. Like you walk out and some dudes, like it's like all congested outside of the bars because all the bars are letting out at this point, and you got cars pulling through, and dudes are slamming on their horns and everything like this. And this is how unconfrontational I am, D. Like I was drunk. This guy slamming on his horn. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. This man throws his car in park, hops out his fucking car, and runs up on me. And he's like, yo, he's like, what the fuck do you say? I'm like, nah, nothing, bro.
Yo, Lenny, what?
I was like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I was yelling at the dude behind you, though.
Nah, son, that wasn't even me.
Nah, yeah. I was like, nah, I don't know who the fuck said that, dude.
Who said
this man?
Yo,
he got in my face. He was like, nah, all right. And he just turned around and walked back to his car. Yes, that's me right there.
Oh my god, bro. I thought you was out here being a tough guy. You weak as hell.
It was just what's
wrong with you?
You rethink it. Well, because like you never expect the guy to get out of the car, and a man who will get out of his car in traffic, like he stopped.
You don't want that drama.
He stopped in the middle of the road.
You don't want that smoke.
No,
bro. You ain't want that smoke.
No, dude. He stopped in the middle of the road. There was cars behind him. He was probably fighting with his girl who was in the car.
And he ran up on you.
Yes.
He ran down to say, "Yo, what the fuck you say?"
Nothing. Nope. Wasn't me. Who the fuck was that? Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm telling you, this was in the past like 5 years. This was like, I was like mid-20s, late 20s.
This is recent.
And it's not to say that like, it's not to say even that I don't think that I could have handled myself. I'm at a loss, but I'm not saying I couldn't handle myself. Right. But you think about like the cause and effect of that moment, and you're like, is this really worth it? Hell no. Hell no.
You did some cost analysis right there.
Yeah, well, because you know me, like I'm normally just looking for a laugh. So
you thought it was funny until it wasn't funny though.
So the people around me, I was like, oh, I'm making a joke. But to the guy involved, wasn't a joke. Nah, it just wasn't a joke, and I was like,
you gotta watch that shit.
This is where I was like, we're in this for two different things. Yeah, two very different things.
I've seen somebody cut someone off in traffic before and literally hop out the car and like run down on the car, like, yo, what's up? Why you cut me off? Like, what's up?
So I have no idea what it was.
Knocking on the window type shit.
A week ago, or this might have been a few days ago. Honestly, I was driving through a city close to here, and I don't know what happened, but I look to my right and there's like a little shitty strip of stores or whatever, and there's a van pulling out and there's a car pulling out, and I don't know if the van cut off the car, but this man was outside of his car. Fucking cussing this dude out, yelling at him as the dude in the van's peeling out to get the fuck out of there.
Scared.
Yeah.
You like I said, man,
it's different when it's
you gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. If you really do some wild shit, you have to have all things said. Like, you know what? If this happens, I'm prepared to go to the next level. And a lot of people ain't. And that's okay too, because clearly I see that you wasn't.
Flip side though is like maybe what happened was the guy who jumped out the car on me just called my bluff.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
You know what I mean? Like what he probably didn't want to fight any more than me. But maybe in this but you know that
telling yourself that he wanted to smoke with you and you turned puss and then you said, all right.
Well, what was the outcome going to be? What was the best case scenario for me in that fight?
The best case scenario? I mean, you probably took the best case scenario to not fight.
Yeah.
That was the best case scenario.
Like, even if the problem is like, even if
were you with a shorty? Were you with a joint?
No, it was my boy's birthday. Cool. So like, there was but the thing is,
were they about that action? It went down?
So that's part of what it is like, I'm not saying like my friends are pussies, but like they're not fighters by any means. So when you're in that situation,
those two things matter differently though.
Because and that was I promise you, you know me, like I'm not, I think a majority, like I think about shit. So like when the dude hops out the car and you have that split second of like thinking of how these things can go down for yourself, right. That was part of it. Is like I'm not with anybody that is gonna help me win a fight. Like I'm with people that might try to like pull somebody off of me or like
no, that's the part.
But like I'm not with anybody who's gonna really have me. And on top of that, even if I sleep this dude, right? Like I throw first, hit him clean, sleep this dude. I just end up getting fucking arrested? Like what's the next step
after
there
that?
too?
You have to run.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Over. You gotta run.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the middle of downtown Boston. There's mad cops everywhere when Faneuil lets out. If you sleep him, you gotta leave.
And that's like you're lucky if you sleep a dude. You know what I mean? Like more than likely is he might hit me, I might hit him. We fall to the ground. We start wrestling, and either way, we gotta like both of us end up getting arrested. Like you know, the whole thing. It was dumb. Like I realized how dumb I was in the moment, yelling at somebody in a car. Like whether I thought it was a joke.
Thought it was nothing for you to do that,
exactly.
and it turned.
And you got to learn sometimes. And like I wouldn't make that mistake again. Like I'm not gonna speak.
I bet you won't yell at nobody else again.
I'm not gonna speak without being ready for the other side.
That's
of it,
what
you know what I mean.
That's
like,
literally that's really my whole point is you just got to be ready for what's the other side.
Because most of the time I've been in fights in my life, it's when I'm not gonna get into a fight unless I know I'm gonna like win. Like I'm not really trying to fight to lose. I'm not saying
I can't.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna lose, but like I'm not getting into something that I know I have no chance in coming out the other side on either.
I mean, granted, like you know, I play basketball and like I said, I talk shit. Like that's just in general, but then also when I hoop, like I just think I play basketball better than you, and I'm gonna let you know I play basketball better than you. So it's certain times where you know my stature, and talking to somebody else that's 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 280, you know. I gotta draw the line somewhere to be like, all right, look, D, you gotta chill because this can go left, and it's literally nothing. This guy hauls off and you know punches you.
I got two questions.
What up, dog?
So first, did you see the thing? I forget what team it was on. It might have been like the Chiefs or the 49ers. It was the offensive lineman. He had a cornerback coming up talking shit to him, and he starts doing this to him. He's like, bro, you can't even come in here because you're this big.
You ain't tall enough to ride this ride.
You're this big. He's like, and he starts doing a little backpedal shuffle. He's like, that's what you do. Yeah. He's like, that's what you do. You can't come in here. And I just like, that's funny. Yeah. And it's because that's like part of sport. Like part of sports is like, you're competitive and you can bark as much as you want, but there are people that are just as competitive and twice your fucking size.
See, the thing is, Lenny, is that the tongue is sharper than the sword. So what happens is I usually say some shit to get under someone's skin and it hurt. So now the only way to be is combative. Yep. Now, because the little short jokes, that ain't gonna work. Whatever jokes you got, I'm gonna be 10 times wittier than you. Well, it's gonna hurt.
You're like, motherfucker, I've been called short my whole life. I'm still cooking your ass. You know?
I'm on my B Rabbit shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I am white. My mom does live in a trailer park.
And I am a fucking bum.
Yeah. I know something about you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's...
Do we want to just keep going back and forth? With the Cranbrook, that's a private school.
So now you hot. Now you hot now because I done called you out.
Yep.
It is what it is.
So my other question was this, and it's kind of a twofold thing.
What it is.
In your experience, basketball fights, are they like they are in the NBA? Where it's just it's enough to like push each other, but we know that our team's gonna separate us. We know the refs are gonna separate us, so we ain't gonna like
under the whistle. You mean under the whistle?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like obviously it's a little different, like playing in like a college environment or like some type of a league environment, like. But in your experience playing, like just going up to the court, like going to the Y or whatever it is, like
in college, no, it's a bunch of woofing in college. Yeah. And I've seen, and that's literally one side of the coin. In college, under the whistle, I've seen a lot of woofing. You know, you really about that life, blah, 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 blah. See me outside at the buses, but never really nothing. Take that away. Put that in a whole separate bucket over here. Under the whistle in leagues, men's leagues, pickup games, I've seen people squab, slap people, punch people, all of that. Fight refs. I've seen all of that type of stuff. So
as a bystander in that scenario, do you let that, like, it's kind of like just street rules, like settle your shit? So like if you really want to square up, or are you trying to de-escalate in those situations?
But a little bit both.
Yeah,
it depends.
Depends how heated something's gotten.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because some stuff I do think it is very people who are just very much hotheads. Like you're just really out here looking for a fight. Like, you don't really mean it. It's really nothing. Somebody slapped your arm, and now you're talking about, I'm about to pop the trunk. Like, fam, it's basketball. You're going to get a little foul. I've also seen it's been times where it's real life. Like, yo, your girl tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, I'm about to slide in her DMs. Like, nah, all right, bro. Like, you crossed the line.
Yeah. Trash talk went wrong.
Your trash talk went way too far, and now we got to see each other.
So, I feel like in my youth, like some of the craziest fights I was privy to or were at basketball courts, but they never had anything to do with the people playing basketball.
It was off.
It's always just like people around the courts, like, whatever's going on. Yeah. And also, I grew up in a little suburb, like whatever community. But you say pop the trunk, like the one time I ever saw that happen, it was at the basketball court, same shit. Like, cause like the basketball court's one of those things where
air this bitch out. You never heard nobody say that.
And it's also like every town around here flocks into a basketball court because it's like, yo, I got a couple dudes hooping, like, you want to come through, play some ball. Listen, and then they tell their boy.
Will Smith said it years ago. It's culturally, it's regionally. It's summertime, everybody outside. It's a spot where everybody can gather. If you can play, you trying to pick up joints. Because that one dude out there that want the smoke.
Exactly, because you got the 10 dudes playing ball. You got 2 courts running, so you got 20 dudes playing ball. Yep. You got the people watching on the courts, the girls, like whatever.
You got 10 waiting on both sides.
But then you got the dudes at the cars, rolling up, whatever they're doing, like, and they're all out there. They're pumping music. Yeah. It's like that's honestly, I don't think about it a lot, but like I really do miss that. Like
that still happens in my hood.
Well, so you're South still Carolina. The thing is, like, I wasn't terrible at basketball when I was like 19, 20 years old. I was in good shape, but like my feet weren't toast yet, like whatever. So I used to be able to like actually get in there and play. I don't think I could go to a fucking Y now and actually enjoy it the same way because you got to actually like be able to get in there. Even if you're not great, like I'm sure there's people you run with still that you're like, no, you can maybe hold your own on defense. You can hit a corner 3 if we need you to, but you're not like a ball handler. Like, I'm not going to ask you to do too much, but they can still show up and enjoy the vibes and like get to be a part of it. Right. And that is something I'm like nostalgic of. I really do miss that shit.
Yeah, man. Yes, it's still good vibes. Plenty of courts I go to now. I guess at my age now, I try not to. Like, if I'm going to go someplace, I want to play.
You're playing with 9 dudes who you like are
absolutely
you're cool with.
Absolutely. 12, 15 dudes who I'm cool with.
Do you run the same teams every time? How does the picking process work? Do we have captains?
It's a little bit. No, not captains. Everybody.
You just shirts and skins. Like what?
No, we kind of just do.
You don't do shirts and skins.
No. We too old for that.
All right, bro.
Everybody got beer bellies and stuff.
Yeah, okay. You ain't trying to show off to each other.
Nah.
This isn't Mr. Olympia.
Nah, okay. Man. Keep your shirt on, bro.
yeah. I ain't trying to have your sweaty ass all over.
No. You saw
Along Came Polly.
Yeah.
Along Came Polly.
That's literally like a nightmare. It's literally a nightmare as a basketball player.
Hairy dude's stomach.
That makes me want to fight. Bringing it back, that makes me want to fight. Bro, get your sweaty ass stomach off of me, son. I want to fight.
No, it's facts.
Don't that ass.
What do you think of speaking of like hair, like old white dudes? What do you think of Adam Sandler? Like, have you seen have you seen his tapes of him playing ball?
Yeah,
he's pretty nice, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like
I hate
his jump shots.
I love his swag.
Yeah, because he shows up in baggy basketball shorts, a ripped ass t-shirt,
yo, son,
and just balls with
and ones.
Yeah, no, he's like his shot looks not like I don't like the way his shot looks, but it's clean. Like he hits his fucking jumper. It
looks like he just got right off set of Uncut Gems and went right to hoop.
But that's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah,
that's what's fucked up because they basically say that dude just like anytime he sees a basketball game going on, he just kind of.
I love that though.
He kind of just tries.
I love that Adam Sandler. For me as a celebrity, Adam Sandler keeps it so real, like true to himself. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I saw a basketball game broke out. I had a t-shirt and shorts in the car because I do, and I went to hoop.
Did you see the thing recently where he was in like an IHOP and he walked in with his daughter? He's just trying to catch breakfast. And they were like, yeah, like we don't have enough wait staff on today, and like we don't have any seats available. And they didn't even know it was like Adam Sandler. And in that moment, it's like there's a lot of celebrities who'd be like, do you know who the fuck I am? Like I'm in an IHOP, you know, I'm Adam Sandler, and like he just took the L. He was just like, no, it's all good. Like we'll wait like the 45 minutes or whatever to go. I just remember that went viral a few months ago. But he is like the most.
That's so dope, man.
He's the most down to earth. I'm pretty sure, dude out there.
I saw you see my hat. I saw Kobe. Kobe took his wife to a Waffle House.
Yeah, and that's what it was. Like,
bro. First of all, you know how my affinity for Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Waffle House. I know a lot of people that hate it, but you give me some Waffle House, I'm good with it. I know a lot of celebs. It's just I'm cool with that, man. That lets me know that you're still grounded. Are
we allowed to talk about Church's Chicken real quick?
Are we?
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
I just didn't know if like that was like a private conversation between me and you. I don't know if you didn't want to.
So
like Church's versus Waffle House.
It ain't even in question. It ain't even in question. It ain't in the same stratosphere.
Do you think if we put a poll out that would be like a unanimous?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Ain't even a question.
Obviously, like, I just haven't had the opportunity to have Waffle House like that because it hasn't made its way up.
You've been in the South though, bro.
I know, but the problem is all these times I've driven down there, I haven't really had the opportunity to like.
You're going with the wrong folks. Y'all went to IHOP in the South instead of touching.
We didn't go to IHOP. Okay. No, I didn't go. Like
you left the strip club and went where? Home.
Yeah.
That's so wet.
But I could tell you some stories.
Okay.
But
what's up?
Damn, bro. What
dog,
you doing
I always
like
do that. I'm sorry,
it's always Finn too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Finn's always taking L's.
My fault, Finn.
Yeah. So I'm upset. I don't understand how Waffle House hasn't made it up here. Isn't that weird? Like I feel like that's a type of meal that would transcend.
Story time with D'Angelo.
Okay.
All right. Story time with D'Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
So I first get to Boston in 2007. Right? Get recruited for basketball, loving life. We used to have, I'm sure you know, it used to be a 24-hour IHOP right down the street. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah. That 24-hour IHOP had so much problems. Police presence, people out there cutting up, yada, 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 which is common for a Waffle House. So I'm in there.
That's where the chefs come out behind the counter and whoop your ass, bro.
So I'm in the IHOP like, oh, this is word. This is like home. This is great. 3 months later, they shut down that. They don't shut it down, but it's no longer 24 hours. So now there is no, this is something that is a real life problem with Boston. There is no late night eateries. That's good. You got to expect a certain sort of energy at 2, 3 in the morning. You're getting a certain sort of crowd. You also have to have the wait staff that's able to handle that. And Waffle House does that flawlessly. You might get a bullet hole. You might catch a fight. You might.
But they're there for the shit with you.
They with the shits with you.
Yeah.
Everybody that works in a Waffle House is with the shits. They came home prepared to work at Waffle House and they with the shits.
Yep.
I've never went to Waffle House, and folks that been to Waffle House, I'm looking right in the camera. You ever been to Waffle House? You can order the same thing 25 times. You never pay the same price. I swear to God. They
just make that shit up.
Bro, if it's $9.99, it's gonna be $10.63, $10.12. 10:15, 10:55, 10:85. You never know. You just look at the ticket and be like, all right, man. You just pay.
It's reasonable.
It's close.
That's a good price.
It's close, whatever it is. I've never, ever paid the same price, Lenny. It's weird. And I'm okay with it at the same time.
We used to have a spot around here called Nick's. It was like one of those places that opens at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
It's open till 5 a.m. or whatever. So catch that. And I've always thought that's the most brilliant way to operate your business. Yeah. It's like
Wheelhouse Diner in Quincy. I don't know if you ever
I've never been, but like
same thing.
It counter what everybody else is thinking. Like it's like, yo, instead of fucking trying to capitalize on lunch business with the old people or like the dating culture, it's like, nah. Hit me at like this place sold breakfast foods, steak and cheese, mozzarella stick, like hit me with that shit. That get me hype. Yeah. At 1:30 in the morning, you look at your boys and you're like, "Yo, let's go to Nick's," and we're all like,
"Yes,
fuck yeah!"
Listen, every time I bring friends from up north to down south, it is a staple that I take them to Waffle House because you just need to have that experience,
and you need to go with somebody like yourself who's from there who knows the right one. Mm-hmm. So we have somehow gone from talking about professional boxing and like this awesome trilogy fight to like
this always happens with us.
We got all the way to Waffle House somehow.
I'm sorry.
It was riveting stuff, I'm sure, out there. So speaking of riveting stuff though, let's go into a little bit of what we've been getting into the past week, a little bit of what we've been watching. You want to start us off? What have you been getting into?
I just wrapped up Midnight Mass. Haven't been watching much. OD busy with work. But I find some time every night to watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Just wrapped up Midnight Mass. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Movie about a little bit of church. I'm slightly evangelical. Shout out to all my Baptists out there. And it's about this, basically a priest who kind of has a congregation and it takes a turn for the worse. It's a little bit about some mythical stuff, a little bit of magic going on in there.
Okay.
Touched enough of my nerd parts and enough of I was intrigued from the Bible part. It's dope. Pretty solid.
Where did you find that? Like, where did you find? Because I just think it's weird. Like, it sounds like an interesting enough premise. How many episodes are there?
9, I believe.
Just one season?
One season so far. I don't think it'll be another season.
Did you just happen to catch it like scrolling through Netflix, or you got it recommended?
I'll look at what the top 10 is, see what's hot.
And that was in the top 10?
Top 10.
I feel like I look at that most of the time and I didn't see it.
Top 10.
Do you think everybody's top 10's the same?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't think that?
I don't know. I feel like for some reason Serendipity was in my top 10.
I ain't never seen Serendipity in my top 10.
And I'm just saying that like
Playboy, listen.
That seemed targeted.
What would possess Netflix to put Serendipity in your top 10?
Well, I mean, I watch a lot of bullshit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Your algorithms was wild.
But that's why I'm saying does everybody get the same top 10? Because that seemed a little targeted to be like, oh, all of a sudden everybody's watching the 1995 hit Serendipity.
True, but at the same time, like, I've never ever watched anything evangelical on Netflix.
Fair. It's probably not the case, and maybe it was in the like recommended. It wasn't even the top 10.
The recommended might have. That sounds a whole lot more likely than the top 10.
I watched it.
Shocker. Whoa.
It was all right, dude. Kate Beckinsale's pretty cool. John Cusack, man, that guy had a run.
You know what? For as much recommendations on stuff that you get, you watch a lot of old bullshit too. And that's bad. You really should expand your horizons, B.
Well, speaking to a specific genre, like I've obviously outed myself on here pretty clearly. Like I love the rom-com genre. I love like that kind of movie. And I'm at the point now where if it's something I haven't seen from that genre, it's fairly rare.
I.e. Serendipity?
And like I watched Notting Hill a week ago. So now I'm diving into like,
You're the only... Stop. I'm going to cut you off. You're the only grown man I know that openly, willingly watches rom-coms.
Yeah.
That I know.
You know what it is though? Because once I start talking about it, some people will all of a sudden be like, they'll start knowing shit. It's really just that I'm pretty open about the fact that I enjoy them. Like they're probably my third favorite genre of movie.
1, 2, 3?
Yeah, it's probably it's probably like blockbuster action,
2.
Slasher horror,
okay,
and then rom-com probably.
What's the best rom-com you've ever seen?
I can't really answer that. Like, there's ones that I'll always go back to.
Ask me.
Fucking, what's it? Love Don't Cost a Thing?
Yo, I'll throw this fucking Deuce in your face. Sleepless in Seattle.
I gotta see this is where it's at because that's the shit I need.
You ain't seen it in years, huh?
Yeah. So and that's where I'm saying that like
Sleepless in Seattle, B.
The thing about '90s rom-coms, D, is that '90s rom-coms are all of the guys that turned into amazing actors that we love.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hanks.
Come on, man.
Even like a McConaughey.
Come on, man.
John Cusack is
you
a
had to
guy
start
who
there.
came
You had to
through
start
there.
there. You had to see if you could build up enough of a woman community backing fandom.
Dude, you even look at like a guy like Chris Evans. Like Chris Evans was doing Little Black Book, a bunch of like Brittany Murphy rom-coms and shit like that back in the day.
The crowd is gonna kill me. Don't shoot me in the comments. Who was the main actor in I think I know, but I just want to you're actor guy. Now I've openly said on this show I'm terrible with actor names. Mm-hmm. I just don't remember who it was. Who was the main character in The Notebook?
Ryan Gosling.
Gotcha.
And Rachel McAdams. Another example of like
you're right. I knew that. I just didn't remember because I was like I'm bad with names. So.
I think you see a lot of the best actors come through there because you can sell yourself on your looks while you kind of learn the ropes of. I don't think so. I don't. Maybe. I mean, like that movie came out.
Hold on, son. You said no. I don't think so.
Well, because the movie came out in 2002. I mean, like that's maybe it was 2007. I don't know, something like that.
Bro, I don't know. I seen it.
I need to know.
I seen it in 2009.
I seen it in the theaters or?
Nah, I seen it.
No, you said
I saw it in the dorm rooms, man. I was dating this chick, and that was like the girl thing to watch. So
why do you got to make that excuse about it? It's a good movie.
It probably is. Had I not been dating her, I would have never seen it. Is what I'm saying.
Why?
She threw it on, and because she
2004. So split the difference on what I said. 2004.
She was adamant about me watching it, and I was like, all right, cool. Shout out Tori, man. Shout out Tooch.
Shout out to her. So 9 episodes is doable for me. How long are the episodes?
45, 50.
Is there any actors that I would know?
Maybe. You know actors. I don't know actors.
Okay, that's fair. You don't know any of them, apparently.
I barely know names. Again.
That's one of the major things that draws me to movies, though. Like, as far as, like, why I watch things and don't watch things, like, a lot of the reason...
Why you won't give new people a chance?
I do like finding new people, but it's got to be something about them that gets me to, like, because there's people that I obviously like from movies that other people don't even know who the fuck they are. But, like, we're going to get into trailers in a little bit, but there's the chick in that, Kaya Scodelario or something like that is her name. She's from, like, The Maze Runner. She did that movie with
I like Maze Runner, though.
She did the movie with the crocodile in the house. Alligator, whichever one you was. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know the difference. I've never known the difference between alligators and crocodiles. Is that weird?
I don't either.
No.
And I'm a southerner. I don't know that.
You don't know the difference? You ever seen one?
Yeah.
Like out in the wild?
Huh?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
Like where?
We have a trail in South Carolina. It's called the Riverwalk. It's a bunch of signs out there that says, watch out for crocodiles.
You scared?
Am I?
Were you scared?
Well, for what? I've never.
You saw one. You didn't.
Yeah,
you weren't worried that it was gonna like come up on.
No. They're on the other bank. They barely like mess with people.
They weren't even looking at you.
They over here chilling.
You ever feed them like ducks?
No.
Okay.
It's a bunch of turtles in there though.
Fuck turtles. Those are maybe more dangerous.
You don't like
than
turtles?
Like.
What you mean, fuck turtles? What
Right.
What
why do you
what
like?
Kind of person says fuck turtles?
What do you like about them so much? Can I tell you one of the most expensive pets to own is a turtle?
Is it?
Yeah, I had 2 turtles. Maybe that's why I'm saying fuck them.
Why do you feel this way?
Why do I feel?
You think Bailey is more expensive than your turtle?
So
I'm sorry, you think your turtle is more expensive than Bailey?
You can look this up because like when I had the turtles, like this is something I had to learn the hard way. Owning a turtle.
First of all, my mother has turtles, so shout out, Mama.
Like the tanks. If you have 2 turtles, like you need like a massive fucking tank because they need X amount of water. Yes, so like the tank's expensive as shit. Keeping that tank clean is fucking expensive.
It's not. You just have to clean it.
No, I'm telling you, per like animal, this is something that anybody can Google. Yeah. Turtles are one of the most expensive animals to have.
You know what else is a fun fact about turtles? They stink.
Yeah, the water starts smelling fucking bad. Bro, I had a bad experience owning those turtles too. I don't even want to get
turtles
into it.
And rabbits. Turtles and rabbits.
Yeah,
they stink.
I had
bro.
a hamster
It's a lot of upkeep. They're high maintenance animals.
I'm a bad small animal owner though.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say any of the stories on here because like I'm not big enough yet. But like PETA might come for me at some point.
Shit.
So I'm bad small. I'm good with big animals.
Yeah.
Like me and B are cool. Like, but I had a hamster once. That didn't go well. And I had a couple turtles. Also did not go well.
Anything handheld don't work for you.
The turtles it was their own fault, though, really, because the issue was these turtles were given to me. I didn't go out and purchase them or anything like that. They started trying to...
Y'all got flea markets up here?
Yeah. I can only think of one close to here. Two close to here.
So in South Carolina, right? We got like 2 big flea markets, like 2 really big known flea markets in Columbia, where I'm from. And it is just known that you can buy like the little like miniature turtles, like little. We call. Sorry, not trying to offend anybody. They're called the Chinese turtles. They are.
I don't. Is that an actual name?
Yes.
I just need to know if I need to bleep this out.
You may.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
See what you did? That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. Listen, but these turtles is like miniature, bro, like baby, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom got my little brother some years ago, and now that turtle is massive. We thought it was gonna stay the handheld size forever.
I had that issue.
It grew in my now my mom is maintaining a grown ass turtle.
That shit will outlive her too, which is fucked up. Like that thing is like I was worried the turtle was gonna die before me.
That turtle's huge.
It didn't happen.
It's huge in that cage.
The turtles are dead. You wanna know how I got mine? Some motherfucker left these 2 turtles on the floor at like a PetSmart, like at the door. Like they were just walking, like the employees were walking by and they just see 2 little turtles like laying in the middle of the floor, and they watched the video, and some guy just walked in, dropped them there, and left. And I, like, friend of a friend needed somebody to take some turtles. I was like, all right, fine.
Shout that man out.
At least he brought him home. Shout
somewhere. That man out.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just handed them to somebody maybe, but
or he could have just put them in a creek, like you don't know no woods or nothing.
Yeah, that's fair. He could have just left them somewhere. Yeah, there's a lot of things he could have done. So he somehow got them a home, I guess. Not a good home. I mean, he still in the end got him killed. He gave them to me in essence. So the issue I had though is I had
give them to you, but you're wow.
I had them both in the tank, bro. They started trying to fuck.
Yeah.
You ever seen 2 turtles fuck?
No, but why not?
It'll fuck you up.
But why not?
No, I don't. Respect to the small little turtles
what's
game.
Up?
He was into big turtles, bro.
Huh?
He was into big turtles. Like
he?
Yeah. Well, there's a boy and a girl. Of course, they started fucking, and like the girl.
You said he was into big turtles.
Yeah, like the boy turtle was into them thickums.
Okay.
Like this is a BBT, a big beautiful turtle, and he was. I won't get too graphic here.
Yo, my man, he said you was at a BBT?
Yeah, he was into big, beautiful turtles, man.
Yo, it is honestly something really wrong with you, son. What?
So dude, they would either fuck or fight all the time. It was like a real relationship.
Like a relationship.
But you know how it would freak me out because the chick, this is literally like a real relationship. The chick would just start beating the shit out of the guy. But then all of a sudden she'd let him hit it. Yeah. And like you'd see turtles fucking. It's like the dude turtle is on his sex ed. Dude turtle was on his back, you know.
Yo, my man, what's up with you, bro?
All right, bro, I won't go too.
He took off the shell. He got butt ass.
It was. You ever seen a turtle dick?
I don't want to.
You want to take a shot?
You're a wild guy, bro. I never listen. You know how I always tell you we got things that we're gonna put in a box. Yeah. I'm glad this is on wax. We're gonna put. I don't care if you cut out this whole segment.
I won't.
Turtle fucking is in the box. We're never ever gonna talk about turtle fucking again.
If anybody else has like a thing what they want to know,
no one else has a thing.
This probably hasn't happened on the internet.
No nothing.
I'm gonna put this on the message board.
Is that why you got a Ninja Turtle shirt?
Yes. Yeah. Out of respect. I didn't actually name either one of those turtles. Is that weird too?
That is weird. My mom named it.
I'm not good at naming animals.
You named B?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, B had a name before you.
No. She probably did, but like I named her Bailey.
I like Bailey. She likes me too.
I could tell you the reason I called her what I called her. Wrestler Bailey was like a super baby face. Everybody liked her. Could never do anything wrong, and I was like, I want my dog to be like that. So
I mean, take a shot, man. Shout out to Bailey. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on par. I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. You know my dog too. Shout out Captain. Yeah. Captain's birthday was yesterday.
Dude, you guys share a birthday?
It's really weird. And I'm not even saying this like jokingly, like dead ass. Captain's birthday was yesterday. Shout out to my dog Captain. 5 years old today. That's my boy.
Captain's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Captain.
Shout out Big Cap.
We're going to take this shot. I got to give Bailey some attention real quick because I think she hears us saying her name. So we'll be right back.
Shout out B.
All right, we are back
Yeah, man.
from a self-imposed Bailey break,
Shout out
weekly occurrence. All right, let's move on to something that I've watched in the past week.
Okay.
I got out to the movies as I normally do.
Yes, sir.
This time, not on a Thursday. I went on a Sunday night. Pretty full theater, actually.
Not surprised.
Saw No Time to Die, the latest in the 007 saga.
Big Bond fan. Big Bond.
So I guess I didn't really realize this,
Yeah.
that you're like, is this a later in your life thing, or have you always been a big Bond
always
guy?
been a Big Bond fan, bro. I thought he was the coolest, suavest motherfucker I ever seen. Loved it.
What was the
with a strap and all the gadgets and everything else. Loved it.
Was Pierce the first one you saw, though?
Pierce was the first one I saw.
Did you go back and watch the old
Then
ones
I
then?
went and then it went out. Then I went and watched my man Sean Connery.
Okay.
Yeah. Sean Connery.
As I said to you, like, I'm really, like, as far as my Bond knowledge goes, I am just, like, it's stuff that's happened while I was alive. So
Yeah.
I know
Damn,
Pierce and I know Daniel Craig.
I'm a golden era baby.
Mhm.
I'm golden era. I'm a golden eye baby.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. 97, like,
Come on, man.
prime age for us. Bond's a good movie as far as, like, it's safe enough for kids. So you can really watch it from when we
You
were.
think it's safe enough for kids?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Why
like,
you say that?
there's a little, I guess there's violence and like a little bit of like sex appeal, but
Yeah.
there's not like any like real nudity. There's also no like real violent. I think Craig's the most violent of any of them.
They shooting people with guns, and blood and shit.
Yeah, but like there's a bunch of shit I could have watched with like we're gonna get into
I watched Set It Off as a kid.
right.
So,
well,
I mean-
go watch our top 5 movies from before we were 10. You can watch D go through every
you know what I'm
dark
saying?
fucking movie possible.
My mom was a thug.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I could, when you really get down to it, like, and we're gonna get to the trailer later, but Home Alone is more violent than like a lot of the shit that we would potentially watch. Like, realistically,
Man,
no
what's
blood.
What's your definition of violence?
Well, like, no blood, but like, bro, this man basically would have killed somebody if he did most of the shit that he did. Throwing the paint
I
cans
ain't gonna
over,
lie.
like,
I ain't gonna lie. You shoot somebody with a pool ball,
mm-hmm.
pool ball. What was it? Billiard ball.
Do that, but I'm talking about the OG, like.
Oh, the OG.
The
OG.
Yeah, like lighting dudes on fire, like all this shit that he did in that. Like,
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying it's a little bit of like the way you make things look and all, it can lessen the rating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got out to the movies and saw this. This is what is the final in the Craig saga,
How
right?
you feel?
And
Tell
to
me
me, leading up to this movie, just to be clear about where I am on the Daniel Craig Bond movies, not trilogy, because it's at like 5 or 6 now. I haven't really liked one since Casino.
You ain't like Skyfall?
No, however, I in the past week actually purchased Skyfall.
But you haven't watched. You haven't ran it back though.
No,
yet.
no, I have not.
Okay.
I had planned to watch it before I saw the movie, but the one thing that actually I've been kind of a downer on the Bond, the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah.
They're all really long.
They are.
And they all kind of drag at points for
They
me.
do.
And it makes me lose my
do.
focus on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not good and the action sequences are bad. I just think from start to finish, Casino Royale was the one that kept me the most engaged and has the most.
You don't got 2 hours for a Bond movie. 2 and change for a Bond movie.
I mean,
That's what you're saying.
yeah, this one was 245, I think, was the totality.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, and maybe this is seeing it in the movies, I had a really bad experience with Skyfall, actually, is what happened. So
Bond movies are long. And I wish they would change that.
when Skyfall came out, I had this thing every year where me and my friends would get like super high and fucking go to the movies on Christmas. So after we did our family shit or whatever, we would meet up in the movies.
It's a big thing. People do that. It's traditional.
And go to the movies, right? And we'd see in IMAX, like whatever the biggest one. The first one we did it
Dolby
for,
or IMAX?
Thank you for keeping that alive for me.
Shout out to
It
that.
this was before Dolby, so this was
this
just straight
IMAX.
IMAX.
Yeah.
The first one we ever did it for was Tron Legacy,
Oh,
and it like
fuck with Tron.
and it blew our fucking minds.
Love
Like
Tron.
going in there like blitzed out of my fucking mind. All this like video game music and like lights and everything. It's just like it was nuts, right? The next year, I'm pretty sure we saw Ghost Protocol, and when
Okay.
we walked into
Back
the
to back.
movies. Yeah, when we walked into the movies for Ghost Protocol, it was the part where the Kremlin's blowing up.
Yes.
And it was like, what the
Yes.
fuck did I just walk
Yes.
into, you know? So the next year, we go for Skyfall.
Mm-hmm.
They had to restart the movie twice.
Why?
Because the first time, it was running out of sync. Or maybe it was the first,
The
you know what
words
the
were
first time.
talking faster
So the
than
first time, there was no audio. And finally, somebody goes and does the thing where they tell them, like, yo, like, Something's not right. You need to come and restart this. So they restarted the second time. The audio didn't line up.
Okay.
So they give us like free tickets. They're like, yeah, this is like, here's a free ticket. Like, but at this point, the beginning of a Bond movie is like 20 minutes before you get to the music.
Yeah.
Like, we watched. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. So the first time we
Skyfall,
watched. That's the one where he gets shot off the train. And
yes,
all that
I was about to say
stuff,
it's the train part.
So
Skyfall.
we get through all of that. Then they restarted. And I'm trying to think if it was that there was no audio or it was something that happened basically to where we watched that whole 20 minutes again, watched the whole song of Adele singing, and then something happened and we just couldn't finish the movie. And they just gave us free tickets and were like, come back, basically. I go and see it a third time, D. Fire alarm goes off in the middle of it.
You know what? Skyfall wasn't meant for you.
Exactly. So
that was Omen.
But that killed me. That killed me for James Bond.
Fair.
So
fair, bro.
Since then, you've had Spectre. Was it only Spectre who came out since then?
Only Spectre.
So, and I've heard Spectre is really bad on top of everything else.
It is.
And Quantum of Solace wasn't very good either. So
you saying Daniel Craig 3 for 5?
I just had a really bad experience with the middle ones.
And again, Lenny, I'll tell you this. I'm open on this pod with you. I'm open off the pod with you. I'm terrible with names, and I'm terrible with actors. Mm-hmm. The one where the opening scene is Day of the Dead in Mexico.
I want to say that's fuck. Because I haven't seen Spectre. I think it was
whatever.
Quantum.
That opening scene
Quantum.
is phenomenal.
Or maybe it's Casino.
I don't know, bro.
Fuck, I don't know. I think it's Casino. Actually, we're just gonna I'm gonna keep saying I think it's this and I think it's that.
Because he did 5. So
yes, it's a lot going on.
You've named 4.
And
I've named one other.
I'm pretty open. I'm not a huge fan of it. Well, so No Time is the 5th.
Time is the 5th.
So it goes Casino, Quantum, Skyfall, Spectre, No Time.
Okay.
So, like I said,
I think Spectre is No Time. Spectre is the
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. Yeah.
So I like I said, I haven't liked one really, truly liked one since Casino. Mm-hmm. This is to me the best of the whole franchise.
Yeah. Are you following the storyline? Or you just you look at them all as standalones? So
I'm familiar. I follow a channel called The Weekly Planet. I listen to the podcast every week. They do something called Caravan of Garbage. And for the past 3 weeks, they've done, or 4 weeks, they did the 4 movies. And they spent about 30 minutes on each movie. So I was able to kind of brush up on what was going on through watching that. Right. Enough to where getting into this movie, I was like, oh, okay, I know who this girl is. Like, I know the carryover from Spectre and why she matters. And it was enough to keep me up to speed on what's going on. I still think that I may have missed something. And I honestly do think this movie's good enough. And you listen every week and we talk all the time. Mm-hmm. For me to say this about a movie that's 2 hours and 45 minutes is a pretty
long movie guy.
Is a pretty big thing, right? So I think it's good enough that if I got myself caught up, I would see it again to see if I missed anything.
You pay to see it again?
I don't. I would pay, but I don't pay to see movies. Wow, so it's like I mean, I'm not a ball. Anybody could pay $25 a month and see as many movies as they basically want to. That's like available to basically everybody in the United States.
Come on, talk that shit, boy. Ballin'.
Not an ad. AMC Stubs lists like Premiere. It's great for me as a person who is like an avid moviegoer.
Yeah, an avid moviegoer and all that.
I will get.
You know what, bro? Truthfully, honestly.
You would get value out of it. I don't know why you don't act like you wouldn't get value.
Speaking of it, because now I'm probably at about 2 a month now. Fucking with you. It makes sense because me and you typically we go to see
the same movies, like the same.
Yeah, we both are going.
We go together,
and we're going to see Dolby joints.
Yeah,
so like
they're more expensive. Like
they're $20 a pop. So if I pay $25 for the AMC Stub thing, like it makes sense. I get my money back because I'm gonna see all of those.
I do like that doesn't make me have to rethink what I'm gonna watch, and
I can just go see whatever I want to see.
Exactly. So like whether I see IMAX or whether I saw a regular.
You said it's $25 a month.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same
not
price.
You
get like you get free upgrades to like large popcorn, large drink, like, and I get decent rewards because of the amount of times that I go.
You go a lot.
I get a lot of rewards.
I see the value in now that you say that, and I've never even I thought about it, but I never really looked at it like that. Like I said, if I go see 2 movies in Dolby with you a month, like it pays.
You've made your money back, and then it incentivizes you to go see more. Is the other big thing, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Another minute for Bailey. All right. And what sounds like a broken record, we are back again. The good news is for you guys, that was seconds. For me, it was a little longer.
Yeah.
But really quickly, just to wrap up the No Time to Die stuff, like I said, I think this is my favorite so far.
I mean, I gotta see it. And you might have made me a believer in the Stubbs thing too.
The only thing I will say is like it does suffer from some of the things I heard. Like I think James Bond movies, 007 movies, don't always have the best storylines to them. Like they can be a little all over the place. This one definitely suffers from that a little bit. But as far as an action movie with a believable lead role in there, it's really good. Anna de Armas, while her role is small, I really, really enjoyed her in this too. But yeah, great. I liked it a lot. It's a movie I would rewatch, and it's a movie I would recommend people going out to see, especially if you are into the franchise as a whole. I think it's an appropriate way to send off Daniel Craig.
Okay. Real quick, I really don't want to go tangent with me and you for this. Real quick question.
We'll see.
Who's the next James Bond? Is it a black man?
Listen, I had this conversation the other day with a mutual friend of ours, and he brought up Idris again.
Okay.
My thing with Idris is he would have been great, but he's too old. Okay. I don't think we need another 50-year-old Bond.
You want a young Bond?
I think that I'd rather see somebody who is in their 20s take over the role, maybe 30s. But the thing is about action stars, most guys that are accomplished action stars are in their 30s.
Yeah.
Like most of them have been through enough roles now and have gotten to their 30s where they can get that role.
Yeah.
I brought up two names that I brought up as far as if you're going to go cast like a black person as the lead role. Michael B. Jordan, I think, is always going to be a name that comes up for about any role possible. And that's the same response I got, which is completely acceptable. I'm just saying as far as believable in the role of Bond, would look good in the suit, can drive the cars, could do the action roles, action scenes. I think he could pull it off. Whether you want him to be or not want him to be, I think is a completely different conversation. I just think that he could pull it off.
Okay.
The other name that came to my mind was this dude right here, Finn from Star Wars. If you wanted to go with a guy who had the accent and had maybe that
British,
exactly. Like I think that he could be a fun one. And I know names, and I just can't pull it right now.
Right.
But
okay.
Did you have somebody in mind?
I don't,
because I could see other people being like.
I mean, I think the name that that has been thrown out the most is Idris. I do. Now that you brought him up, Finn. I think Finn is a 20s, young 20s, good to go.
I want somebody who can go into the role, be believable in the action.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that was pointed out while I was watching like the recaps and the build up to the last Bond movie is at one point in the first couple movies they had acknowledged the fact that he was kind of old at this point, and he was getting more beat up doing all of this work. But then all of a sudden he turns into a superhero again in these last couple movies.
Oh my gosh, bro. You gonna hate me, man. This is the thing, Lenny. I hate bringing it up because my mom has brought it up to me, you've brought it up to me, and I don't want to do this. Sometimes, in the most PC of way that I can say it without, hey mama, the most PC of way I can say this is that sometimes I like my characters to be what they are. Right?
Sure.
Okay. That's all.
Which leads me to my next people that I think I could see in the role. I think Henry Cavill.
My God, yeah.
Could definitely.
Yeah. I think he's too strong, but yeah.
But he has the suaveness to pull off that factor.
I need a believable factor. I need to believe. That's why I don't believe with Michael B. Jordan. I don't believe it.
Really? Okay.
I don't believe it.
I think
get out of here.
If you gave it like 5-6 more years, I think Tom Holland could step into that role, but he's a little too young.
Okay.
He's a little too nerdy right now.
I need Tom Holland to get grown man.
But he ages out a little bit. I could see him pulling off something like that.
If you want to wait 5 years in between the next Bond movie, you want to cast Tom Holland, I'm okay.
The one thing I will say is that there's no post credit to this Bond movie. What they do at the end of this one is it just says James Bond will return.
Good.
Is all it says.
Yeah.
They don't tell you anything. They don't give you any hints as to what it's going to be. It's just James Bond will return, which I'm sure there's too much money involved for him not to
it's a big enough franchise.
Return.
People love Bond.
So, yeah, Tom Holland is somebody I could see grow into the role. Outside of that, I can't really, we brought up Gosling earlier. Like, maybe that's a guy who has a suaveness, but I've never seen him do action.
I need to be believable, man. That's all I need. I need you to really believe. I need you to be that real suave, cool motherfucker in real life.
Yeah.
And
Daniel Craig definitely.
That's him.
Daniel Craig evolutionized the role, I think, because he has the this is what you need. And it's kind of like what happened with Batman with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I think is like we had seen a bunch of iterations of what Bond could be or what Bruce Wayne could be. But then once you see this person do it so like perfectly on both ends.
Effortlessly.
Yeah, exactly. That, yes.
Yeah.
That's where it completely flips and you're like, well, now whoever I see next, like Idris Elba has that. Like Idris Elba has the cool factor. He has the action factor. He can do it all. He's just, to me, I don't want another 50-year-old Bond.
True.
I just don't need it. Like even knowing that Daniel Craig's like 55, 56, and then he's with like and of course like older dudes can be with younger chicks or younger dudes can be with older chicks. I don't really care about that, but it's just as a believability thing. Like hit this 55-year-old, 60-year-old dude with like this late 20s
smoking hot 23-year-old.
It's a little tough. Like I think getting somebody a little closer in proximity to that would make it more believable.
For sure.
So let's get on to what everybody's favorite
the
favorite topic we do every week, the favorite segment we have. Let's get into trailers.
Flame emojis.
Would you consider most of the trailers we got this week to be flames?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's let's weed them out here.
Let's weed them out.
So lucky enough, and we normally do this earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Matt always have this issue where we record stuff and then like later in the afternoon, some trailer will come out and we'll be, fuck, I wish we had a chance
next week
to do that. But this week we actually got all the trailers already.
Recording late because of your boy.
So let's start with Home Alone.
Yep.
Home Sweet Home Alone, I think is what they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
I will start just by saying this is a top 5 movie from before I was 10. Home Alone, the original. This ain't it.
That ain't it?
This ain't it.
Why not, bro?
It might be it for somebody. Again, like this
Is
conversation.
it the accents?
No, I don't mind that. Actually, I don't care. Like be from wherever.
Yeah.
This comes back to a conversation me and Matt have had a million times. Like, who are we making nostalgic movies for?
Right.
This movie is clearly for the age that I was. No. Home Sweet Home Alone. This feels like it's for kids that were my age when they saw the first Home Alone.
Okay.
And I still don't think it holds up as well, but I do like seeing the chick from The Office as one of the bad guys. At least there's somebody there, Ellie Camper. She's fun. She should be pretty funny, I'm sure. Okay. I don't like that it's a kid I've never seen before. I feel like I should get like
I want to know the kid.
If you're going to put a kid in the Kevin McAllister role for me, like make it somebody who's like, kid I've seen in other shit. Make it one of the Stranger Kids things.
Lenny.
Stranger Things kids.
Lenny, cut the shit, man. You beating around the bush.
What's that?
You beating around the bush, bro.
What bush am I beating around?
You know the bush that you're beating around. Stop playing with me. Why don't you really want to see this movie, Lenny?
I mean, it just looks bad. Like, what else? What else?
It's not Macaulay Culkin, bro.
I don't give a shit.
Lenny, it's not Macaulay Culkin, man. I don't listen.
You want to see?
Don't make a nostalgic. You're bringing back Home Alone. It's certain things that are for me in an untouchable realm. Untouchable. You want to bring it back? I don't give a fuck. You want to bring some other shit back? Macaulay Culkin is Home Alone. We can't. I don't want to see another Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin.
Sure.
And granted, he's 38 now.
I don't want to see it because he's almost 40. I also don't want to see it because I have seen. I don't know. You act like they haven't done sequels without him.
For sure.
This is the 5th in
and guess what? All them shit was trash too.
The other 2 are trash. I agree.
Yeah.
But I think it comes back to like this isn't being made for us. Like if they were making it for us, then sure.
Well, I'm letting you know off the trailer that I saw. It looks cool.
You thought it looked cool?
I mean, and I say cool with like some, hey, it's all right, but it ain't for me.
It lends to what Disney Plus really is. Mm-hmm. Is like Disney Plus is a place for Marvel to put outlets for TV shows, which are mostly good, but like, whatever, conversation pieces.
Big B's. Big billions.
But it's also a spot for them to go and take nostalgic premises, a la The Mighty Ducks, a la Monsters, Inc., and now give us Home Sweet Home, right? Like you can get. It's just a way for them to.
If Home Sweet Home was a series, I'd feel better.
Yeah, would you?
Not that I still would watch.
I don't think I'm gonna watch either way. I probably will, but like.
That's you know what? Hey, we don't gotta spend a whole lot of time on it.
I was not a fan. It was a disappointment, a letdown.
I'm good. I'm gonna pass.
Couple quick ones to run through.
Okay.
So I introduced you to I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV series.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Mid. Some mid. I'm okay.
I like that that's a TV series.
Same realm to me.
I like that it's on Amazon Prime. Like,
Yeah.
it's easily accessible for pretty much anybody in the world
Yeah.
at this point. I think it comes out this weekend. It starts on Friday.
All right.
I don't know if
Is
they're
it going to be
releasing-
episode by episode?
This is what I was going to say is I don't know if they're released. It seems to me like it's going to be a weekly,
Okay.
which I don't love. I think that's a show. Just put it out there and let me watch it
Let
as
me
I
binge
watch
that,
it.
dog.
But I might be wrong. Maybe it is not exactly like that.
Trailer first thoughts. I mean, it's all right. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
The movie is the bar.
The
You
thing
know what I'm saying?
that
So,
makes the
I don't
movie
know.
special to me, at least personally, because as I said earlier, slasher horror is like a top
Yo
genre for me. So
genre.
this is an area of movies that I've watched a lot of times that I really enjoy.
I know what you did last time. You've seen a lot.
I've watched the first two quite a few times. Okay. But one of the things that makes those movies so special, because they have had a third one since then. I don't know if you knew that. No. It's not good.
I still know.
Yeah. Well, so I Still Know is the second one, but it's like I still know is the third one.
I didn't forget what you did.
But the thing that makes those first ones so special is the cast. And I think the best thing about I think the reason why I love slasher movies is growing up through the 90s. Let's think about like slasher movies that we grew up with. Mm-hmm. Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer both have iconic casts. Yeah. Right? I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Liv Taylor? Is that her name?
No. No, Liv Tyler is from like Armageddon and everything, not the same person. So I know
bro.
I Know What You Did Last Summer has Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Phillippe. Like that's four 90s
fire.
killers.
That's fire
right there. Yeah. So
Ryan Phillippe was in Wild Things.
No, that's
what's the movie that I like? What was Ryan Phillippe?
Well, so he did the TV series for Shooter, but we also talked recently about Cruel Intentions.
Yes,
he's in Cruel Intentions.
Yes, that's the movie I was thinking. I said Wild Things. I was thinking of that.
Yeah, so that's the
movie that Matt's never seen.
Has never
Matt's
seen.
never seen it. He's gonna lie.
He says something.
Yeah, Matt's never.
There's a dude whose intentions are cool.
Yo, Matt, come on, fam. How have you never seen Cruel Intentions?
That's wild, right?
Tis.
Yeah, you're on a show with me. You've never seen that.
What a sick man.
So that, but
they didn't have that.
Think about that fucking cast.
Yeah,
the sequel, you add in Brandy on top of all that. So, and at that time, like early 2000s, late 90s, Brandy is about as hype as you can go, right? Yeah. So that's some of the best things about 90s horror is that like the casts were just really, really good.
Right.
This one, I mean, I'm going to watch it, but again, I go back to the fact that like I pride myself as being a person who kind of knows who's on the come up, like as far as actors and people doing stuff. Right. There's not a single person in this TV series that I'm like, oh, like that person, I've seen them in this or that. It's like, so maybe I'll find somebody I really like, but I just don't anticipate I will. Yeah. Cast doesn't look great.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna hit the skip button on this.
Yeah, not for you.
I'm gonna hit the skip button. Unless somebody come back and tell me it's some fire, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the skip button. Skip.
So with that, well, I'm gonna watch it because it's a TV series. It's on Amazon Prime. It's right there. It's like too easy not to watch.
It's so funny what you pick and choose how you want to watch, man.
Well, there's a reason I would watch this though. Like it's like in the realm of stuff that I'm interested in, and like, yeah, that's fine.
Speaking of realms that you're interested in, Lenny.
Well,
it's only right we transition to this, right?
Yeah, which one?
Scream, bro.
Yeah, perfect. Like, so as I said, 90s movies with great cast.
Come on, man. Talk to me.
Scream gives you Nev Campbell.
Come on. That's who I was thinking of.
David Arquette.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox.
Come on.
On top of that, you had like Jamie Kennedy and those. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Drew Barrymore. Like
when you be saying these folks' names, that's when it ring back to me. I know who they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if you
Omar Epps, fucking Jada Pinkett, like the list goes on and on with these movies.
Scream is iconic.
It's a top 5 horror movie of all time because of the fact that it's a commentary. It in such an intelligent way as in a commentary on all other horror movies. Yeah. And it gave us that. It gave us a scary movie.
Listen, I still say that sometimes.
I do that one and I do the what's like the Budweiser thing. Like they did Was Up, didn't they, for that? They also did Budweiser, the turtle, the frogs. Yeah.
It wasn't as cool as it was that.
Definitely not. Not even close.
People, bro, what year did Scream come out?
97.
97, right? Yeah. So it's 97. We're in 2021.
I think you had 2001-ish for Scream 2. Okay. And then it was like 2003 for Scream 3.
Flexing your movie muscles right there. Good job,
there's two things I'm pretty good at. It's knowing names of people in movies and the years that being right around the years that they came out.
No, not me. Not at all. I just wanted to bring to the forefront that that movie came out, and like all horror movies, and when it's iconic, you know it's has a lot of replay value, it has a lot of like resale value, all that stuff. People are still buying Scream masks. People are still dressing up as Scream. Like it's a thing.
So you know what I think?
We talked about this recently last night. Like, let's be 3 like scary folks, and Scream came up. Like, this is still thinking from '97, dog. That says a lot.
I think the benefit here for them is that they've done 4 movies so far. And 3 of the 4
have been great.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt are very, very good.
Yes.
And the third one,
which is tough to say.
The third one, which I think we all agree is the worst of all of them, is still like, it's not great, but it's whatever. As far as like horror movies goes, it's not that bad.
But you comparing yourself to the bar.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
The first and second are amazing, and then for the fact that they come back into like 2012 with Scream 4, at that point, 15 years after the original, and give you as good of a movie and they're modernize it. And I think the best thing, and even looking at the trailer for Scream 5, bringing in like smart locks is so like, I'm like, no, that makes sense. Like somebody could like have your passwords and like do something like that for you.
This is where the new Chucky failed.
I don't know if it did. I don't agree.
Yeah.
I actually don't.
The modernizing it the right way.
The new Chucky series starts this week, I think. Also, I'll watch that. So I don't think the Chucky remake was great, but I do think, as far as the direction you're going to take the franchise, integrating voice control
into modernization, is
like
modernizing stuff.
As far as voice control and animatronics and like things like that, it makes sense that Chucky would be applicable to this.
I think Scream's trailer did a good job of saying, "Yo, listen, this ain't the same 1997 Scream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not calling your phone to pick locks. Like, you see people texting in it, right away. You see smart locks. It's letting you know, hey, we're in 2021. We're in the modern times. I like that.
It's going to be hard for me to give any bad feedback on this movie, because I think as long as you keep bringing back Nev Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox, I think as long as those 3 keep coming back, I'll always have faith, because they've built that with the fan base.
That on-screen chemistry, you throw in Scream as the character.
Mm-hmm. Ghostface. Yeah.
Ghostface.
The one thing I will say, this movie is like, hey, it's somebody you know.
Wait.
What?
Has his name always been Ghostface?
Yeah. You just think he was called Scream? No, like he's a ghost. He's Ghostface.
Yo, is that dead ass?
Yes. This is.
What, Lenny? I'm not even joking with you right now. His name is really Ghostface?
Yes.
Like Ghostface Killer, like the.
I don't know who took the name first. I've often wondered who took the name first.
It only makes sense that he be called Ghostface Killer, right?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah. Are you going to be mad if you find out that Ghostface Killer wasn't the original Ghostface Killer?
First of all, don't disrespect the Woo. Ghostface Killer, the rapper, was first.
I don't know.
That's not enough.
I don't know.
I was laughing, but you got to get me tight, so don't disrespect Ghostface. The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, all right?
Don't protect your neck, bro.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It captures everything around me, motherfucker. Hey, listen. I never knew his name was Ghostface.
Yes.
You blew my mind right now, son.
This is like that. I had this moment too yesterday. I don't remember why. God. But this is like that time that you didn't know Kane wasn't the Undertaker's brother.
Why you put that on wax? What's up with you?
Well, I outed myself as like having turtles that fucked and stuff, so we're even.
I did not. I really thought they was brothers. I can't believe his name is Ghostface. I'm not going to live. Wow.
I don't even know where the fuck we were going with that. But yeah, the one thing that gives me cause for concern is there's a whole tagline is like, it's somebody you know, right? Like it's always like I think they even mentioned that it's like everybody who's dying is related to the original.
Okay.
But the 4th movie follows a very similar
I gotta go back
premise.
And watch.
I love the 4th one. Like I think it's really good.
Officer Dewey.
That's a movie that has, as far as casting people that are at that point where they're recognizable and they're young, they get Emma Roberts, Hayden Panettiere. I don't remember the dude's name's name, but the 2 chicks in there are like relatively well known. Mm-hmm. You also have the very start of the movie has Amy Teagarden and somebody else. Yeah, just names that like only I probably know. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited. And the craziest thing, and you said this when we watched the trailer, it comes out in January. That's the other thing that gives me cause for concern.
That's a weird time.
Because I had known it was happening. I knew they were filming.
Time.
It is, though. It is and it isn't. So I'm trying to think what came out last year as far as I'm not gonna pull it right now, but there is horror movies that like January is a time that you put a movie out if you don't think it's good enough to kill it in like the against big competition.
Christmas.
You put them out post Christmas, New Year's. So a la like Bad Boys did great at the box office because it came out in the middle of January. Nothing else was
no competition
going against it. So a movie like Scream is going to get put out in the movie theater in January, and it's going to get people to go to the movies, I think, and see it. But it does give me cause for concern that you don't think it's good enough as a property to go against the big boys. Because you got
Halloween.
Halloween is going out in the middle of just like
October
chaos.
It's time.
Dude. Like there's shit coming out left and right now.
Season. Put that shit out.
But I don't think they had the time frame that they could have put it out in October. I do think it's weird that you don't hold it. But I guess you couldn't hold it for a whole year right after you made it. You couldn't really hold it like that. So
I think they missed the bill.
I think January outside of October was the best month
they missed the
that
bill.
they could come out
man,
for.
Put that shit at Christmas, man. Let me see somebody die at Christmas.
If you gave me a Christmas theme, imagine they give you like a Christmas, like a winter theme for
Scream.
For Scream.
I'm in.
That's not bad,
I'm in.
right? That could have some potential to it.
But I don't think they probably, when they were making the movie, I didn't think that they were under the guise of, hey, this is coming out around December.
No, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I think they missed the cut.
Fuck, I just realized, and we'll move on from Scream. So, like, I watch the trailer if you haven't. If you're a big fan, let us know how you feel about it. If you're excited, if you're not. All the other trailers, of course, too. We didn't watch a trailer that I remembered actually happened. Apparently, the Eternals, I think, had a trailer come out today, too, that we just missed.
Another one?
Yeah, final
God
trailer.
damn, they got a lot of trailers, ain't it?
Fuck it, right? Who cares?
What the fuck?
Who gives a shit?
I've seen Angelina Jolie lips 8 times. I love it.
I also don't think I want to see it. I kind of want to go in a little. Not her.
Oh, you mean the trailer?
I'm talking about the trailer. Of course,
I don't care about Angelina Jolie. No, I don't, bro. I've already seen enough trailers to know what I need to expect coming into this movie.
Exactly. Like,
I'm good.
Less is more sometimes. I think a lot of these people, like, even think about the fact that we get Spider-Man next month.
Yeah.
And we really haven't gotten another trailer since that first one that let us know, like, hey, we're bringing some of these people in. And I guess you don't really need to when, in essence, like, Venom is a commercial for Spider-Man, basically. But, like, I don't think that's a spoiler. I don't think it's really a spoiler.
Yo, what's up with you keep knocking down Finn, bro?
You fucking knocked him down the last time. All right, final trailer. So Resident Evil Return to Raccoon City. Really quick, shout out. I was on Hey Archer Live this week.
Archer, what's up, Playboy?
With our mutual friend Hey Archer. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hop over there and check it out. Go watch the episode. A lot of fun. We actually did a reaction to the trailer on there. So if you've seen that before, you've heard a little bit of my thoughts on it, but D saw it for the first time today.
Yep.
What do you think?
I'm not the biggest of Resident Evil fan. I think that those other movies were too drawn out. I wasn't really bought in.
You never did anything with like the video games?
Yeah, I played the game a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Did you, as a person who has access to my Vudu allegedly, have you watched the animated ones on there?
So no, I have not seen the animated series. Just again, wasn't ever really bought into Resident Evil. So, I mean, maybe should I go back to visit that? Like, is it something I'm missing? Like, are the animated better than the movies? Tell me more.
So, where you are a fan of animated TV, of animes, things like that, I think that you would get some enjoyment out of it. Okay. I think the first and the third animated movies are very, very good. As a person who is a pretty big fan of the series, I've seen all the movies, obviously. Don't love those, but I've loved most of the video games. I've read novelizations of the video games.
Oh, you all the way in.
So I'm pretty... You know what it is with the reading it? Because I do think that makes it sound like I'm like a huge, massive fan. I think it's an easy read. And when I went to like Borders or whatever when I was a little kid and was like walking through the aisles and I saw like, oh shit, there's a Resident Evil like book. Yeah. It was just an easy thing to be like, oh, if I'm gonna read a book, like
did you read Goosebumps?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you read the one where you get to choose your fate?
Yes.
Ooh, that was fire, right?
Yes. I remember that one.
Did you fuck with Animorphs?
Yes, that was my shit. That's more like Animorphs. Animorphs is like one of my favorite book series ever when I was a little kid, and the TV series for that matter. Man. I think that props to you for bringing that up. Don't you think that's something they should bring back?
They should.
It would work well
right now
as far as a TV series.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, Animorphs, Goosebumps, Pick Your Own Fate, all of those was fire, dog. That was a time in life where this is funny enough. It's only a couple of things I can remember in life making my mom, aggravating the shit out of my mom to make her get up to take me to. Goosebump releases.
Okay.
And N1 mixtapes releases.
Seriously.
Bro, I made my mom get up. I needed that new N1 mixtape volume 4, B.
I'm glad that I was like, Mom, I need to go get Harry Potter at midnight. And you were like, I need the N1 mixtape.
Listen. You talking about pandemonium? It was a line outside the door trying to pick up the new N1 mixtape.
Who was your favorite guy?
Hot sauce. Ayo. Actually, Ayo.
Wasn't white chocolate?
Never.
Okay. He's pretty good, though.
Yeah, he was cool, but never ever.
Come on, he's good, though.
Yeah, I mean, but never ever.
Yeah. Hot sauce, though.
Yeah. I mean, everybody loves hot sauce.
Yeah, he was like
in general.
the most recognizable person, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about like just hot sauce in general.
No,
like everybody loves hot sauce.
I was ignoring that because I don't actually like, not a hot food guy.
Beyonce made a song about hot sauce in her bag. Swag.
Is that on Lemonade?
Yeah.
I didn't listen.
But you know the song, I got hot sauce in my bag.
No, I don't. I know to the left.
Anyways.
Resident Evil, Return to Raccoon City.
No hot sauce in Raccoon City.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it looks to me
Yep.
that they are combining the first and the second video game.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting the story of Chris going to the mansion with the Stars team or whatever.
Okay.
And you're getting the story of Leon and Claire going through Raccoon City, basically. Fair enough. The issue for me comes first to casting's a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
If you do take the time to watch the animated movies,
Yep.
and then the series on Netflix actually follows the same.
There's a Resident Evil series on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a 4-episode series, but it follows the same Leon from the movies, from the animated movies.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool.
Do I need to watch this in sequence?
I would watch. Yeah, I mean, I would watch the 3 animated movies.
Okay.
First, definitely. Right. But those are like closer to the true forms of the characters.
All right.
Versus, especially the Mila Jovovich stuff. Like I could go for days about how bad that is.
Right.
But in short synopsis, the major issue with that movie is Mila Jovovich and her husband. He's the director on the movie. Mm-hmm. And it's basically just like, she's not a character from any of the games, any of the books, any of the, like anything. She's created strictly for that Resident Evil movie franchise. And it's created as a way for the husband to like jerk off to his wife in an action movie, basically.
Okay. I feel like I gathered that. I feel like I've seen so many just like bits and pieces of Resident Evil movies that it's such a blur of a movie franchise for me.
They use a bunch of the character names and everything like that, but there's nothing in that series that after maybe the first or the second one that is actually Resident Evil. Everything else is bullshit.
Yeah.
This one, at least, is involving a lot of the characters in play.
Yeah.
However, I can't say that I came away with it from this like overly enthused. No. I was, if anything, a little disappointed because I was really optimistic they would do a good job.
When I watched it, the first thing I said to you was, dang, it's not going to go to HBO Max.
Yeah.
The guy, I'm upset. I don't know if I want to pay. And I mean, not that if I might get AMC stubs, not an ad, but I might now. Sure, I might go see it, but like other than that, I'm not rushing to see this, bro.
The reality is, it's probably gonna be an hour and a half, so it's not gonna be offensive. Like I don't think it's gonna be offensively bad or anything like that. But I even think that if you're not a major fan of Resident Evil, you might enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't think that the monsters look that great, personally. I can't say, like, again, where Leon looks nothing like Leon to me. That takes away a level of immersiveness, I think, as a person who's truly fans.
Or authenticity.
Yes, of the process, right? So those things are all really red flags for me. The fact that you're not getting a trailer till about a month out from the movie seems a little to me too. So a lot of red
should have
flags.
did the same shit and give me a trailer a month out and drop it in October. Compete with Halloween, man.
It wouldn't compete though. No, I think that 2018 Halloween did so well. And let's just use this as a way to get into our final segment here, just kind of what we're watching this weekend, what's coming up on the docket for us. Yeah. So obviously for me, I've spent weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
Come on, man.
Talking about Halloween.
Come on, man.
This is a big fucking week for me. Like I am
every day.
Every day is a countdown to get me one day closer to seeing Halloween. The fact that I'm going to get to see it in the movie theaters on Thursday and then have it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for me to watch at home on Peacock is awesome.
Wait, what? What's on?
It's going to be on Peacock.
The movie?
Yes.
For free?
Yes. Well, you pay for the subscription, but
Okay.
it's on. It's going to be in the movies and on Peacock.
So you definitely running it back
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it probably before I do the episode next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna probably have seen Halloween Kills at least 3 times. I'd imagine that might be low too. I could, like, as far as franchises for me, and as far as a franchise that reclaimed some glory.
Yeah.
2018 did such a good job to me that I am just like, I have a lot of faith in the people making this movie and that we're going to get a sequel that lives up to what the rest of them need.
Not to contribute to your jerk off fest, but I will.
Let's have a bukkake in here, dude.
No.
A little circle jerk.
Not something I want to be part of.
You played a lot of sports in college. You ever taken part in a rainbow party?
What is a rainbow party?
That's where you have all the different girls wear different colored lipsticks and they suck. Never mind.
No.
When they all do the thing.
No.
They all leave different colored lipsticks and make a little.
No. And
you respect women. I respect that about you.
For sure. And if that ever did happen,
allegedly,
I wouldn't say no anyway.
Okay? So you're saying that you.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, listen. No, I respect women, and that never happened in any locker room that I was a part of.
Okay,
because we
fair
all
enough.
respected women.
Fair enough. So you were going to contribute to my jerk off fest, though.
Of Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and say that I am equally as excited. Not equally, but I'm excited as well. 2018 was a very good movie. I enjoyed it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what they do. I want them to close it out.
The idea that they've created this, I'm
new hype. New
I'm
buzz.
looking forward to this movie because they wrote the 2018 one to be a trilogy. Okay. So the fact that they've
it's another one after this one?
Yes. So the fact that we've planned out, I mean, that was spoiler alert, it's like an announced thing. This was a part of, so it goes Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. Which we've talked about that on the show here, that like based on the trailer, what it leads you to believe that the end of this movie, it's a good and a bad thing, right? Because I've said it on here. I think it's an issue in that, Michael's probably going to live. But I think no matter what, Michael was going to live, right? Like, he's lived through a million things anyways. So there was always going to be a sequel of a sequel of a sequel. Like, I think that's just going to happen no matter what. But I like that this is being written in a way of like, hey, I think this leaves tension is Laurie going to live? Is Jamie Lee Curtis going to make it out of this movie? That's the real question going into this.
I can't see a movie where Michael makes out and she doesn't.
So I tend to agree until the Halloween Ends, but I think her daughter dies in this one.
Yeah.
I think her daughter is the major casualty.
From trailer to just context
the
clues.
way it works with the movie, I think it makes the most sense that like she's got to die. Somebody important has to die in this, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going to do 3 movies and this is going to be in the middle.
But not Jamie Lee Curtis.
It'd be really, if they had balls.
Jamie Lee Curtis dies and then the daughter wraps it up?
I think if they had balls, it's the granddaughter wraps it up in the third one probably more than the daughter itself. Mm-hmm. But if they had balls, that's what they do. Because like you said, like it's a letdown now that you're like, oh, they have a third movie planned.
Yeah, honestly, I did not know that.
I think that would take some of the heat off.
To me, I was already like, all right, okay, this is it. I seen the trailers. This shit is the final countdown. It's over. Finito. Finality. You know how I feel about finality to movies. So
I'm with you, but that's where I think I like this better. That they're being honest up front with you.
Okay.
That they're telling a bigger story. That they have something planned here. That is 2018 was written in a way that it was like, is it going to be successful? Because if it's successful, the post credits you hear the first one seemed pretty final. No.
With 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty final.
Until I saw. Yeah.
The post credits leaves like you hear breathing and you're like, oh shit. Because they did that so if the movie was popular enough, they could get their other 2 off. Yeah. But they always had the plan to do 1, 2, and 3. So the fact that you're telling a bigger story, I wouldn't go into this one being pessimistic that it's not going to be good. Because I think they have it set up in a way that they're going to keep you wait. And they've already filmed the third one. So
it's already done.
I'm pretty sure it's already done. So you're not going to have to wait I think it's next year.
I'm not.
You got 1 year in between
pessimistic.
movies.
I am let down, disappointed that now that I know it's a trilogy.
That they're going to leave you wanting more at the end of this one.
I know I have to expect a third and wait for the finality in the third.
Like I said, from my knowledge, they already have the third one filmed.
Okay.
So you're basically going to get this year.
And then next October.
And then next October, you'll get the next one.
All right.
And that's how you'll get the wrap up of this iteration. Ideally, I would like to tell you it's the end of Laurie Strode as being a part of Halloween. It's and I don't know if it's the end of the franchise.
I need it to be the end of Jamie Lee Curtis.
But it's probably going to be the end of her role in that franchise because I think she's doing this as a proper send off.
She should.
And it's been proper so far.
Yeah.
And I think
Do you think they pull the mask off this
They already
movie?
show you in the trailer it is off. There's the scene where
I got your mask.
Yeah, the daughter is outside of the house and she has the mask. I mean,
but do they? I'm sorry. Follow up. You think they show Michael's face in this one?
Yeah, you see it for a moment in 2018 too, because he makes his first few kills before he gets the mask.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get the mask till he kills the two podcasters in the bathroom. Yeah, I have a bathroom. Fuck.
We're two podcasters.
Yeah, that's not good. Ominous.
Come on, fam.
So he doesn't get the mask till after that point, right? So you do see his face a little bit in this one, yeah. But not nearly as much as like you didn't even realize you see the face in the other ones. Like so, the first in Halloween 1, you see his face because she pulls his mask off at the top of the stairs. You also in Halloween 5, I googled it. Yeah, Halloween 5 they use the daughter at that time in storyline. This was like the daughter of Laurie Strode, who was adopted. Played by Danielle Harris, who appears in like the later movies and the Rob Zombie ones. Mm-hmm. She does this thing where Michael's like following her and she takes his mask and is like, Michael, you're my uncle, like, and gets him to chill for a second. Mm-hmm. But it ends up every time this man takes his mask off, it backfires on him.
Okay. What else you watching? You got anything else you be excited about?
There's some video games that came out. So you have last week Far Cry 6 came out. I have not gotten that yet, but I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Yeah. There's also Back 4 Blood, which is the franchise from Left 4 Dead, the video game Left 4 Dead.
Are you familiar with the song Get It Back in Blood?
No. Okay. Enlighten me?
Yeah, it's a song by a guy named Pooh Shiesty.
Okay, I know the name.
Yeah, he's
It's hard for me to listen to somebody named Pooh and not have it be about Tigger Tigger and the rabbit.
I feel you until you know that he's right now locked up federally for a gun charge.
That man Shiesty.
He shot somebody in a strip club. He shot a security guard. His name is Pooh Shiesty for a reason. He will shoot you. Get It Back in Blood. It's a great song. I will listen to that while I'm editing. It rings off in the clubs.
It does.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Pooh Shiesty shot you out. Free the man.
I need to go to that club.
Free the guy. Yeah, you don't really strike me as that kind of guy.
You don't think I'd fit in?
No.
I saw a video of Cardi B and Offset for her birthday, and the way she was backing it up on him, D, I was like, I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do what?
Like, I couldn't. Like,
you couldn't back it up?
I don't think I could handle it.
You couldn't handle the cheeks?
If she was backing it up. He was doing the cross arm, like holding onto the thigh on the other side, and she was like hitting it hard in the club, and I was like, damn, I'd fall apart.
Yeah?
She'd break me. Like, I don't know what I'd do.
So you haven't had many women toss you that ass?
Not that quality of woman.
Not that quality.
No.
You gotta honestly.
I mean, like, to be fair, this woman's like a professional stripper.
Yeah, I'm about to say Cardi is upper echelon.
Yeah, so watching her do it, and I'm like watching this dude, and I'm like, all right, well, like, good for him. Like, he's clearly, I mean, to keep that woman happy, you're probably okay, doing all right, right? Respect to him. But I was watching it, and like, I don't have that swag. Like, I would never make it with a woman like that because I don't have the cross arm swag. I don't think I have it. I don't know if I'm flexible enough.
Okay.
I don't know if I have the dexterity, the wingspan, like all of it.
You probably also don't have the hip movement. Pause.
That's a fair point. Yeah. She was doing most of the hip movement, but they were like
in tandem.
Yeah, it looked like if I had to describe it as Mother Nature, it was like waves crashing on the shore. You know what I'm saying? You get the vibe?
I get the vibes.
Yeah, so respect to them.
Respect, man. Hey,
But Back for Blood, Left 4 Dead makers.
Get it back in blood.
Yeah, it looks interesting enough. I watched a little bit on Twitch today.
Yep.
Level-based co-op, 4-player co-op. Got to make it through a bunch of zombies. If you're looking for a fun little game to play with your boys, it could be a good time. Hop on there, drink a little bit, do whatever.
Yo, speaking of what we watching, things to come, I'm surprised because the only reason why I said it because you're talking about gaming right now. I'm surprised you didn't tell me about the Switch OLED.
Yeah?
Yeah. You ain't into that?
It's not, aside from the OLED screen and it being slightly larger, as well as the fact that they've added new, like,
tabletop style and shit, right?
So I like the viewing angle thing, but there's nothing else that's changed. And it's a console that I don't get any use out of as it is. However, and I'll just
have an OLED.
This is
big money.
It's not even that. So this I will say the one idea I had literally this week that I said to Matt, are you familiar with Ring Fit? So it's for the Switch, and it's basically like there's a ring, and it's a fitness game that goes along with working out, and it's like you watch on the screen and you have to beat levels by working out with it. Okay. And all indications, I've watched people who are actually in good shape try to do this, and it kind of whoops her ass a little bit. Shit, okay. You wear a little thing on your leg with the Wiimote on your leg, so you can
it knows how you're moving.
So it knows you're running or running in place, but then you use the band to do certain things. And there was a competition I was watching somebody do it on YouTube. And it was you have to hold it outside of the bars. So there's it shows on the screen 2 lines. You have to hold the thing up above your head for X amount of time. And it's if you let it go past that, it ends the game. And it's a whole thing of who can hold it out the longest. And it looks like it really fucking works. So I was telling Matt that I think we've been toying with the idea of hopping on Twitch. I hope he's not going to be mad at me for getting ahead of things. But I want to do a fitness stream with me and Matt on Nintendo Switch playing that game Wii Fit or whatever, Switch Fit or Ring Fit or whatever they call it. Because clearly I am not in the best of physical shape. Matt, in better shape than me, but I think I can speak for him, could be in better shape. Okay. And I think it'd be really funny and probably kind of embarrassing. But yeah, we're kind of toying with that idea. Or I'm toying with that idea. Okay. He's either along for the ride or not. So, all right. You want to get in is what I'm asking?
Yeah.
You in?
No.
Yeah, you can be our trainer, dude.
I could be in better shape as well.
Sure, but you try.
I try. I know I'm competitive as fuck. I want to win.
But you also you try to eat better at times. Nobody's perfect, of course, but you go through your stretches of
I'm roller coaster of health.
You're gluten free.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Don't keep saying yeah. No.
I don't think that liquor has gluten in it.
Nope. This is Douce.
Yeah.
This ain't your daddy yet.
Oh, there's a lot of gluten in Douce. Oh, it's double the gluten.
Double gluten.
Cool.
Yeah. Rich people gluten.
All right. Was there anything else that you're planning to watch? Oh shit! I did forget about one other thing, but do yours first. Do you first?
Me first?
Yeah. You first.
The only thing that I'm watching right now is Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. Pretty caught up on that. I've been watching that weekly. At this point, man, I'm just along for the ride. It's a meme going around and I'm gonna stick beside him. That's literally where I'm gonna stick beside him. That's mine. I'm gonna stick beside him. I've been watching Walking Dead for this long. You gave me 2 seasons of bullshit. This season, although this season is pretty fucking good, I can't lie.
So we got 9 minutes left here. I want to get to 2 topics.
Come on, man.
So I'm with you on Walking Dead. I'm always with you on Walking Dead. I'm so far into it now though that I caught up on World Beyond. If you have Amazon Prime, World Beyond's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've got that. Nope. You should watch it.
Okay.
I only say that because we're moving on to 2 different things now, right?
What's up?
The end of this Walking Dead season is the final season.
Great. Right? Thank you.
You're moving on to a mini series with Daryl and Carol.
Okay. Are they fucking?
Maybe, I don't know. And then you're moving on to the movies.
Let's do it.
So the reason I say you need to watch The World Beyond, The World Beyond it lets you know what the movies are going to be about. Okay. So The World Beyond's all about the Commonwealth and the people that have, who's fat dude? The nerdy, scared dude.
Yeah, old man, love everybody.
Yeah, him. Yeah. So Princess, him, all them, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the group that has them, the Commonwealth, the World Beyond is about them.
The Commonwealth.
It's about a lot about them. Like you get the most backstory on the Commonwealth from them.
They're talking about them a lot this season
because that's the movies.
Okay.
That's the final bad in the comic books is the Commonwealth.
Okay.
The Commonwealth is like the biggest bad of all the bads.
So I know you aren't watching right now. Do you mind if I tell you what's happening?
I already know what's happening. You can talk. We can talk freely.
As
long as everybody cool, we're gonna spoil some shit. Like whatever.
3, 2, 1, spoiler.
Yeah.
The last episode, not this one recently that just came out Sunday.
Yeah.
But this last one, right? I forget his name. Gets in trouble at the Commonwealth, and the lawyer or the second head guy.
Yeah, he punches somebody, right?
Yeah, he punches the Commonwealth's maker's son.
Okay, yeah.
And they bring him to jail. And he says at the end he says, "Where's your town? Tell me your town and I'll let you out." And so he gives up the coordinates to the town. He gives up the coordinates to forget the name of the place. But
Alexandria.
Yes, he gives it up to Alexandria. So he can get out.
The theory is this, right? And this is nothing that's proven, but so you in World Beyond, the chick who runs Commonwealth is in that. Right? And you get a lot of scenes with her. And there's a scene where there's a guy who's escaped from the Commonwealth recently. Nobody leaves the Commonwealth. Like, you don't escape Commonwealth. There's a guy who escaped, and they find his dead body, like, as a zombie. And he's wearing a police jacket.
Police?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the idea is that they find you from the Commonwealth, and they only keep people who are valuable to building the new world. So they take like scientists, fucking whoever, like all high quality people. So Rick Grimes was taken, and if you remember back when they created Alexandria, they do a bunch of videos of the people in Alexandria to find out what roles they would have in a new world. Rick does this whole thing, and they decide that he'd be a sheriff. So the thought process is that Rick is probably a cop in the Commonwealth. And the reason for 9 years now that you haven't seen him within the world of The Walking Dead is because if he tells them where he's from, they'll go and wipe out all of the people he loves and only keep the people that are valuable to them. And so that's why you haven't had, like, that's how they explain that Rick Grimes, he would do anything for those people to the point where he's had to hide who he is to not give away the people that he cares about.
So the thought is that the Commonwealth came and took when he was on the bridge dying and all that shit that was in there.
That is who took him.
The Commonwealth.
Because in World Beyond season 2, so World Beyond's only a 2-season show. They've written it to be a limited 2-series show, like 2-season TV show. The chick from the dump who helps them get Rick is in the 2nd season of World Beyond.
And she was talking to them on Walking Dead and saying, "Yo, I'm done."
Exactly.
Yada, yada,
yeah,
yada.
come get us, and like they come and take Rick, and like that's what happens. So between that and then on Fear, which I don't watch Fear, but I've gotten some updates on Fear.
So is the end of this season of Walking Dead? You see Rick in the Commonwealth?
No.
Oh.
You're leading right now to the fact that the dude who was with the chick who's missing on The Walking Dead. The black dude who was with Michonne.
Yep. Yeah.
He knows where Michonne went. Michonne went to find Rick. So he tells the chick, and the chick is going to then tell, most likely at some point, Daryl, Judith, whoever else, he knew Rick. Michonne got a clue about Rick. And that's going to lead to Daryl and Carol's show of them most likely going to try and find
the Commonwealth.
Rick. Not necessarily the Commonwealth, but Rick.
Okay.
In turn, finding the Commonwealth. But you also have, on the other side, in Fear has Morgan. Fear has the other dude from the Negan era, Dwight.
Right.
They have other people involved there. Those guys are all fighting with have had run-ins with the Commonwealth in their TV series now too.
Okay.
So you're leading to
a movie with the Commonwealth.
All three TV shows meet. All those characters meet each other to fight the Commonwealth. And that's what the TV series is going to be.
Bet. Okay.
We'll wrap it there because we got 3 minutes. I had one other thing, but I don't even remember what it was anymore. So not that fucking important. Yeah. Dude,
fam, we got 3 minutes. I'm going to use my 3 minutes wisely. Do you think post-apocalyptic Walking Dead style, you make it or you become a fucking zombie? Just
me personally?
Oh, you personally?
I probably don't make it.
You don't make it.
I make it a little while, but I don't make it very far.
Yeah.
I'm just the reality is I don't think I could run that far.
It's not a whole lot of running in The Walking Dead.
There's some instances where those motherfuckers got to really move.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I'm at a point in my life where I'm agile enough to get the job done.
Okay.
But like I said, I think I could handle some of it.
Yeah.
If it was just holding up somewhere, like locking down an area,
Yeah.
that's a little different.
Right.
But like what we've seen in the actual Walking Dead, 10 seasons, 11 seasons of like out in the wilderness, walking for miles upon miles upon miles. Nah, I don't know if I'd.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know how we've gotten this far and like just nobody's on the water. That's just always a thing.
But that's fear. So this is where you have to watch the
Fear's
other.
on the water.
The whole first 2 seasons. The first season of the Fear is trying to get to a yacht to get out onto the water.
Yeah, I need.
But the thing is, there's bad people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So just because you're on the water doesn't mean that
it's not other people.
other people might not be on the water. Other people, you have to come back to shore at some point, and like people are gonna see you have a boat to get away from all these things, and then like they want to try and take your boat. Right. Fear. I've only watched 3 seasons of Fear. I haven't watched like all of it. It's good. It's not as good, but like there's some stuff. It's a whole different. The thing I like about watching Beyond and Fear is it's different perspectives on a world that we know so much about, but only from a very like local, like area. You know, like we know the South with The Walking Dead, basically.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
I would recommend it if you like as a person who is still watching The Walking Dead and has streaming services.
Yeah. They soured me, man.
Amazon
they soured
and Hulu.
Me, and that's the reason why I kind of was like, I'm not messing with it.
Amazon and Hulu have everything. First season of Fear is really bad, but the second season gets pretty good. The third season's good.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
All right. I'll take
cool.
your word.
With that being said, we are out of here, everybody. It's been a fucking awesome episode. Thank you again, D, for showing up. Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
You can find us here every Wednesday at For Those With Good Taste Weekly.
Yep.
We are also on Instagram at For Those With Good Taste.
Yep.
You can catch the 31 Days of Halloween right now. Let us know what you're thinking about the movies we're talking about. Outside of that, we're on Good Taste Live on Twitter. You can also find us at on Google Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, iTunes, the whole 9, YouTube if you're here with us now. Check us out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit us in the chat, y'all. D, where can they find you?
Instagram, as always, d.austin_. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for always having me. I appreciate it. I have such a good time on here, my nail.
My guy's not even a guest. He's just part of the show at this point. He's gonna be back later on this month. I guarantee it.
Spooky season.
And until next time, man, let's hope that Halloween went well for me, or I'm gonna fucking maybe not make it to next week. Love y'all.
I can't wait.
Peace out.
For those with good taste.